Tonight we're taking you behind closed doors, into homes where parents are being intimidated, controlled and abused by their own children. We spoke to 4 who want to lift the lid on a taboo. We've disguised their voices to protect everyone involved.
He is unbelievably destructive. He will burn money. He will break everything. I would say he's probably done £20,000–30,000 worth of damage to my house.
So he'll break things in his bedrooms, he'll punch windows, he'll punch doors. You can't not go and see what he's doing in case he's going to hurt himself. So at that point you're drawn in. That's the point at which some point he can get physical with you as well.
Pushes both legs at you so you end up being kicked in the stomach. Horrible sexualised comments and gestures towards me. Hiding in dark corners and leaping out at you. He's tried to throw hot liquids at us. Oh, spitting is one of his favourites.
He broke my nose a few weeks ago. He just sort of had a meltdown in the car, lashed out and hit me right in the face.
So when he punched you in the nose, for instance, did you tell people how that had happened?
I couldn't tell them. Oh yeah, my son punched me in the nose last night. It's embarrassing to say, isn't it?
When the police come, they make you feel like you've wasted their time. They're just like, well, you're a parent, you've got to deal with it. You know, it's your problem. What you're calling us out for, it's ridiculous, which makes your anxiety and your upset and your isolation even more.
The children our parents are describing all suffer from anxiety, which can trigger their violent behaviour. 2 are diagnosed with autism. But research tells us there is a wide range of risk factors for child-to-parent abuse, including trauma like bereavement or bullying, criminal exploitation outside the home, or drug or alcohol misuse. Often there's a complex combination. So our parents tell different stories, but with common threads. They have all been reaching out for support for years. They have all been blamed for their child's behaviour.
We're keeping this form of domestic abuse in the darkness, and that's not okay.
Michelle John felt so unsupported in her own experience of child-to-parent abuse, she set up a charity last year.
We would never ever suggest to an intimate partner victim of domestic abuse, you need to go on a programme or a course on how to learn how to be a better partner. We wouldn't do it. But yet the first thing that parents are told, go on a course to be a better parent. No parent wants to call the police on their child. When they're picking up that phone at a crisis point, asking for help and support, and they're met with, they're 5, what do you mean you're frightened of them? Be a parent, it's not our job, we're not coming out. They feel even more isolated and alone.
Michelle surveyed some of the parents and carers being helped by her charity. 4 in 10 said they are physically attacked, kicked, punched or shoved every week. For 2 in 10, it's every day. And 7 in 10 are verbally abused daily. More than half have called police about their child, many more than 5 times. Most had reached out to schools, doctors, social services and mental health services. But many reported falling between the cracks and feeling blamed. 20% of parents said professionals had indicated they could be prosecuted for neglect or abandonment.
I've lost count the amount of times we've had to call the police. Calling the police doesn't really help. It actually makes it worse a lot of the time. But then if you don't call the police, what will happen? You get your house trashed or someone gets hurt. So it's really difficult.
It breaks my heart. I mean, why is it that we can't get professional help? I went to the doctors and had a long meeting with the doctor and just told them everything, showed them pictures. And I said to them that I felt that someone's going to die in my home, whether it's me or him or both, I don't know. But I told them I feel like someone will die because the behaviour is so extreme. I don't think that my son would intentionally hurt me, but I feel that it could happen.
The Domestic Abuse Commissioner is so concerned about the problem that one of her first actions in office was to commission a report published today.
While I would tell you we need a lot of improvements in general for services to help people who are subject to domestic abuse, this is one area where we see kind of vast under-resourcing, under-acknowledgement that we've got. We've got increasing numbers of adolescent and children who are abusing parents, and those parents need help.
She's calling for urgent action, more government funding for targeted services, a dedicated helpline for adults being abused by children, parents and carers who are fearful and powerless.
If you're in a domestic abuse situation with your wife, your husband, your peer, ultimately, you can hopefully take yourself away from the situation in some way. For us, we lock ourselves in our house with our abused and take care of them. We don't have an option.
Perhaps this chimes with you, or it's happening to someone you know, suffering behind closed doors, an issue that needs to come out of the shadows. Tessa Chapman, 5 News.